Hi and welcome back again to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. So I'd like to thank HMD Global for sending this HMD Barbie device over, and it's a bit late, I know, but I was previously occupied with the HMD Skyline, and finally I have the time to go about the HMD Barbie device. I don't want to rush on this because I believe that the HMD Barbie would be the first mobile device for many children out there, and this video is specifically for them to assist them to go about setting up their first mobile device, and I hope that it is somewhat educational and helpful for all of you out there. So this is the HMD Barbie device packaging, and this is how it looks like. I think it does fit the theme of Barbie, so I'm going to just remove the ribbon, and I would say that HMD Global probably would have just packaged it as any other mobile devices if they want to, but they did go the extra mile of doing a fantastic job by packaging it beautifully like any other Barbie merchandise out there. So this is the HMD Barbie. Barbie loves HMD, and I'm not going to be gentle with this paper wrapping, so I'm just going to remove it. So this is the HMD Barbie phone. This is how it looks like, the outer box of it. As you can see, HMD Barbie phone, a real phone without the distractions. Now I'm just going to reiterate right here that this review is done with the purpose of educating children out there or parents out there to set up the HMD Barbie phone for the first time. So in case you need help with that, this video is just for you. I will share you the unboxing experience, what you can expect with the device itself, how you insert your battery, your SIM card, how you boot up, and all the tips and tricks with the device. And I'm not going to bore you with the spec sheet because it's not relevant for the children out there, but for those who are keen to know the spec sheet, you can read the written review at Nokia Power User site. So this is more for the children out there to know what they're getting with their HMD Barbie device. And I do urge parents out there to consider this as the first device for your kids, especially for girls out there, because mental health is very important, something that we have not paid much attention to in the last decade, and we are seeing the effects right now. And with HMD human mobile device, we finally see what HMD is planning for the next generation. I totally support the approach, and I do urge you to support this cause as well. Now, a couple of things to know about this device is this is a flip phone. This is a feature phone for the US market, which will be having the Barbie phone soon. It might be running on a slightly different operating system, but the layout should be the same. So dual screen, bigger internal screen, smaller external screen, 1450 mAh battery, 4G LTE dual SIM device, a VGA camera, speaker, torch, Bluetooth 5.0, MP3 player, expandable to 32 GB, USB Type-C charging, as well as certain games here. So these are the things that you can expect from the device itself. So the outer packaging tells you what you can expect inside, and once we go deeper, and what we will see is that this has another box inside. Now this box, so inside the outer packaging, you'll find this another box right here, and this box is like a jewelry box. As you can see here, Barbie love HMD, pretty much otherwise pretty clean design, so it doesn't actually distract you from what you have inside. And this is actually magnetic closure right here, so you can see this is how the device locks and unlocks, and this exactly gives you the experience of a jewelry box. And you can see all the fine details right here. It's not just another rebadged Nokia 2660 flip, but this is in and out a well-designed complementary device for your existing HMD Barbie collection. So as you can see right here, this is all the things that you'll find inside the device. And I'm going to put the Barbie phone aside and show you what else you have here. So this is the lanyard here. The beads are colorful and really looks made of good quality materials, and you have this beautiful HMD logo right here. So really beautiful, really good quality. And if you're wondering this is springy, no, it is not springy at all. So I'll put this aside, and you do have additional casing for your liking, so you can customize your device according to your mood, weekly, daily, that is up to you. And just to tell you that this is a very premium filling compartment separator, I would say. And it's not just cardboard, it have this cushiony kind of effect to it, similar like how your jewelry box looks like. So that's how HMD has designed this brilliant thing by the team. And once we put this aside, you have more things inside. So this is one, all these are made of rubber material, so they're not hard plastic, but they're actually rubbery in texture and the feel of it. So you might want to be careful with them. They're not really springy, but you don't want to snap them into half, so do take note of that. So this is how you actually lock it to your device. And you can see here, have this mini clip that allows you to sort of, there we go, to log into your device. So got a few here. This coconut is here, and then you do have ice cream, then you do have sunglasses, and probably the one that a lot of people will be using is this beautifully heart-shaped Barbie logo right here. Really nice, really soft in hand. Now batteries here, even the battery is pink in and out, so I'm going to put this aside. And you do have a pink color USB-C cable, a wiping cloth, and if you wonder why you need one, even the wiping cloth has HMD Love Barbie, so that's good. This is the purpose for it, because the front also acts like a mirror, so you can do all the touch-ups that you need in case you need one before the selfie. So there we go, squeaky clean mirror experience on the front. And in case you love to customize your device further, you've got tons of options to make your device feels like yours, so you know which Barbie device is yours and not your friend's one. So stickers, additional, I think these are like some diamonds, gemstones, so you can stick all around your device so you know which is yours. So good customization option by HMD Global. Even the quick guide is in pink color. Really well thought, brilliantly executed so far. And I'm going to put this aside here so it doesn't distract us further. Now this is the HMD Barbie device itself. Looks familiar to the Nokia 2660 Flip, but as I said before, in and out, a well thought device in terms of the design, color options, everything including the operating system has been tweaked to match and to live up to the Barbie theme that this device is intended for. So HMD Barbie speaker, this is the hinge for the Flip, allows you to answer the call, reject the call according to you. Volume rocker, increase the volume, decrease the volume. This silver button here is the most important button for children's parents out there. When you boot up the device, key in important details regarding your children. And for the children's out there, in case you're stuck in a place where you're lost, you're in pain, you're in trouble, you need help, all you need to do is press and hold this button for a couple of seconds and help will get to you. So don't worry about that, this button will help you with that. Got a tiny slot here to pry open the back cover. I'll come to this in a bit. This is where you charge the phone with a USB Type-C cable, and this is a 3.5mm head jack, which allows you to listen to music through a headphone, or you can simply connect a Bluetooth earbuds to the device and you can do the same. Now when it comes to the back panel here, I will suggest you let your parents do it, because you've got a tiny slot right here to pry open and you really need a strong nails to do that, and I've sort of injured myself with it. So this is for your parents to do, which is a good thing. You don't want your children to be opening and changing things by themselves, and all you need to do is get in between the tiny slot there and sort of bend open. Don't worry, you're not going to break it, but it's quite rigid in that sense, and there you go, and then you lift it up. Now even the back panel, all the back panels, you can see all the hidden details that I've done. That is not a lazy job by HMD Global. They actually did a really good job in really hiding a lot of these Barbie details within this device itself. So much of thought went into designing this device. Now if you're wondering where the lanyard goes into, once you remove, you see this special slot, and this is where you sort of hook it in, and then you clip the back panel cover, and that's how you have your lanyard fixed to your phone. But I'm just going to remove this so that it's not distracting enough as I do this video. Now earlier I shared to you the pink colored battery, so let's take a look into that now. So this is the pink colored battery, and you can see that it's beautifully colored in and out. Even the outer and inner layers are in pink color to match the device. So this is the first time I'm seeing a pink color battery. Now this is a dual SIM 4G device, so you need a nano SIM in order to use it. So this is how you're going to insert this SIM card. Follow the design here. The cut design here matches the one that is shown here. That means this goes in first. Just slide it in. So I'm only going to use one SIM card here. You can use two in case you have one. And this is where you put in a micro SD card, which you'll definitely want to have it in order to have more music collection, save more photos and whatnot with your device. This is the speaker in case you're wondering it. I think really designed inside, really looks beautiful and compact. And in order to slide in the battery, find these pins and make sure they match with these pins right here, and all you need to do is just slide them in and you're done. And according to your liking, snap any of the back cover back. So probably this part, leave it to your parents to set up, and once you put it back in place, you should hear some satisfactory click to tell that everything is locked in place. There we go, and that's about it. So that's how you key in. Now once you've done that, that's when you can get to explore the device. You open the device and you see that it's all different shades of pink with a hint of purple around the main LCD display. Now in order to switch on your device, press and hold on the power button for about 5 seconds or so, and it should boot up and greet you. There we go. Barbie loves HMD. Now it kind of looks purplish right here. It's about purplish pink. There you go, the Hi Barbie wake up for you. Once you boot up the device, you can switch or change the language according to your liking. I'm going to stick to English. I'm going to choose all OK. Once you have your SIM card, you should lock in to the date and the time according to your network, so you don't have to do much about it, but just press that. Accessibility options or mode is for those people who have hard in seeing or hearing, so you might want to do that. I don't need that. And this is what I was saying earlier. ICE, this is where all your important information are stored. Your personal details, where you stay, your birth date, your height, your weight, your address, what language you speak, any important contacts that you want to be connected to, and more important information for your healthcare workers in case you have certain condition, allergies, your blood type, your vaccination status, any medication that you have. All this can be keyed in, and you can set who these contacts or who should receive these informations once you click on to this most important button on the device. So this is a very important step that you should not miss. Once you've done that, you get certain information regarding battery optimization. This is basically to save the longevity of your battery by limiting the charge to 80%. You don't really actually need to charge these devices up to 100%, and it should last a day and a half depending on your usage pattern. Every time you boot up, you get a missed call from CAN, and if you have that special CAN, you can assign that, and I would advise you to change the name so it's not CAN, so your parents can't snoop in and find out who your CAN is. So I'm going to click this and go back. So that is all you need to know about the first boot up of your device. You're greeted with the voice over LTE to show that you have a superior call connectivity. This is connected to 4G device. This means that the other SIM is not in use. This shows a rough estimation of the battery, the time, the day, the date, and which network you're connected to. And don't worry, you can actually sort of change the background if you want. Show that later. And these two are basically shortcuts for these two buttons right here. This is for text messages and this is for calls. I'll show you in a bit. Just to show you that the entire keypad is actually flat. The central number 5 is actually recessed. This is the so-called the control button, which has the silver chrome on it. Allows you to, once you press in the center here, it brings into your menu, and this is how you scroll around. And if you want to go to a selected menu, just press it here and it'll do it for you. Now let's go through each of them. Now the left upper button here gives you a shortcut to the text message, and if you want to go back, you press this. Then if you go to the camera, you press on this, and if you want to shut, you do this. Now the Barbie button here gives you a host of other shortcuts here, so that's something you want to know. This goes to your call history. This is to reject calls. You can answer the call by flipping the phone open. All right, and you've got all these numbers here. So even the wordings right here is cursive. It's not just the standard wording that you get from a feature phone, but this is to complement the Barbie theme here. Now I can't really show you right here, but underneath this button there are other designs that light up and probably appreciate it under dark environment. Can't really show you right here, but it's brilliantly designed. This has somewhat like a matte papery finish to the button, so really nice. Now within the control button up here, there are hidden controls that I'm going to share you. So if you were to press and hold the up button here, this will activate your flash. Do the same and it should switch off the flash. Press right, goes to calendar. Press left goes to your text message. Press down brings you access to the contacts. Now the first number, this is where you keep in the hotkeys for your shortcut calling purposes. Number 1 is for mailbox. If you have a mailbox setup, you can key in the mailbox number right here to access the mailbox voice messages. All the other numbers right here allows you to key in a specific number for speed dialing purposes. So tell your parents, tell your children which numbers is designated for you, so that they don't have to actually fiddle around, and they can just click on the particular number that allows them to contact you immediately, or yes, use this button. Now the bottom 3 buttons has more controls. The hashtag button right here allows you to change the profile of the device to silent, vibration mode, or go back to the normal general mode. Press 0 gives you access to the browser, which is in Opera Mini in this device. I'm not going to spend much time on Opera Mini. You can highlight that for your children, but it is definitely the best browser for your feature phone. Now star button means you lock the device. To wake up the device, press the center button and press the star button again, and that unlock the press this. Yes, as I said, so it should unlock the device. Now I'm going to go through each of it. Now if you want to call a person, you've got 2 options: either dial directly the number or key in the first letter of the number. So I want to call DG helpline in this case. Just to show you, I press 3 because D is designated with the button 3. It goes to DG helpline, and once the call is connected, you have this vibration to tell you that the call has been answered, and you can start recording the call, add in more people to the call. If you have a conference call to make, mute the call. Now if in case you are in a very noisy environment, you can't really hear them, press this button right here. You can usually toggle between this key, press this, and that is a loudspeaker. In case you want to mute the microphone, you can click this so that they can't listen to you. If you want to cancel the call, press this. So that is how you do calls with your device. Next one is setting up contacts here. So if I want to set up contacts, I can just type a number right here, and then I add it to the contact here. Let's go to a new contact, save it in the phone or the SIM card. First name, last name, mobile number, home address, birthday. Set a particular ringtone to tell you which one is calling you, who's calling you. Add them to a particular group if you want to, and also add a picture to them. Now if you're wondering whether can you sync your contacts through Bluetooth, yes, you can do that. Just go to the settings and sync through the contacts via Bluetooth, and you can sync all that in your device without any issues. Gallery gives you access to all the photos that you've taken with this VGA camera. Internet gives you access to the Opera Mini, similar to the earlier shortcut that I taught you. And I'm just going to exit right here. Messaging. So recipients, you can have multiple recipients. I'm going to choose DG here, for example. I'm going to choose another one person here. You can send multiple texts through this, so multiple people through this, and you can tap the messages right here. So this button allows you to control if you want it to be in all small letters, all capital letters, numbers, or the usual way. And this button gives you access to all the symbols that you want to use. If in case you want to put a full stop, press 1 and the full stop goes there. Now you can do the old school way of typing the messages like this. Hi, space is 0, hi, how. And you can see that although you can do this, but it is actually slower. So in case you want to have a faster typing experience, what you will do is go to this. Let me see. This is not where you do it. Okay, so in order to use the dictionary here for faster typing purposes, press and hold the hash button. It not only gives you the shortcut to control the volume, the brightness, Bluetooth, data, and but also the most important is predictive text. So you can switch on predictive text. In this case, I'll switch on to English. So once I've done that, I don't have to type as I did earlier, but just let's do that again. Press and hold. There you go. So predictive text is activated. It's now in English. So I press. Now I can type faster. Hi, how are you? So you can switch to small letters if you want, or numbers, and then the final button gives you access to the dictionary as I have shown right here. So if I want to activate the button, I just need to press this, so I can go to the selection of different possible words that I want to use. I am fine. So you can see here, it gives you a list of different things that comes up with what you want, and you choose what you want and you're good to go. So that's how typing is. So you can either use the predictive text or manually text, but that might take some time. So camera right here is cool. It's a VGA quality camera. I'm actually blocking it right now, so you can toggle between taking photos or videos with this button. So I go back to photos, and inside here what you see is that you have the settings for camera, which allows you to control certain things. Might be too advanced for some younger children, but as they get older they can play with the manual settings. So you can control the exposure, contrast, brightness, white balance, as well as having a dedicated night mode. Not going to turn out fantastic, but you can experiment it with yourself. Now you have effects here. This is quite similar to all the other feature phones: black and white, blue, green, yellow, red, and my favorite one is negative. And the most important thing here is the Barbie frame. So you can take photo with the Barbie frame here, and let's take a there we go. So just press click and it takes a photo. Quite snappy, I would say. And video is the same. Toggle it up, and you also can record your video in different modes if you want. And if you are in a dark environment, you can activate flash, so you can record video in a dark environment. So these are the options you have right there. And alarm clock is as it is. You set the alarm time to wake you up at a particular time. Nothing much about that. Music. So if you have a micro SD card slot, store your music in, and this is your MP3 player. Calendar, this is an offline calendar, it doesn't sync with anywhere, but you can list out all the important things. And I believe that within this there are hidden important dates related to Barbie information, so probably the fans out there will figure that out. Calculator, in case you need to have help with your normal calculation, this is how you do, this is how you interact. So let's do 2 times 2 and press center. That's how you do it with this device. Nothing much there. Torch, you can do it from here or through the shortcut button. So press this and turn it off. Now radio here is fantastic. For those of you who are not familiar, that HMD's devices do support wired and wireless FM option. So what does it mean is that without having it connected with a 3.5mm head jack, you can still experience good quality reception with that. But in certain areas you might want to connect to the head jack so that it boosts the reception. So that's how you do. You can tune the video according to the auto one or the fine tuning once you reach to near a certain specific station, or set the frequency manually in case you want to do that. So that's how you interact with the radio. Snake here is Malibu snakes, similar but not the same. So that's how you do it to kill the time, and pretty straightforward, I would say. And video is where you play up the video you've recorded, and you've got certain extras here: countdown timer, stopwatch, torch, converter. And converter allows you to convert temperature, weight, length, area, volume, currency. Might come in handy in certain situation. And voice recorder, in case you want to keep some voice memo for yourself. And files is as you can see, 11MB built-in, 32GB expandable with the micro SD card slot. Counters is for data statistic that you've been using for internet purposes. And these are some cool digital balance tips to teach or educate your children how to grow with the device in a healthy way. So this is a very good option for them. And Barbie meditation is basically what it is. At the start and the stop of it, let's say I set in for a minute, it starts with a gong, I go into my Zen mode. At the end of the 1 minute, another gong to tell me that it's done. So a very good move. Now setting here is fantastic. You go to the system settings, you have all these controls right here. And if you're wondering if you can block somebody, some numbers, you can do it through here. So you can block the numbers that you don't want to contact you. You can also block messages there. You can control the intensity of your backlighting. Yeah, I'm going to set it to max. So I hope you can see some of the things that is highlighted here. Probably it's not clear, but you can see in a dark environment. And notifications, you can show what are the details of the notifications that you want. I'm not really quite sure whether you can see this, but the front display right here shows you the date, time. Hope you can make it out. Nope, it's just too glossy. There we go, date, time, and day. And you guys can also update your device when there is an update available. Connectivity allows you to connect to Bluetooth. This is how you connect to any device. Once you switch on, and then you can connect to whatever device that is found, including to a Bluetooth earbud. And you can choose the network type that you want. So probably 4G is what we're going to use. Data roaming, this probably want to switch off in case you don't want to have any additional charges in case you go visiting a different country. Personalization, that this is where you personalize your phone, what welcome note that you want, the sounds, the ringtones, the alert tones, the background of your lock screen, you can change it, as well as your keypad speed. This is where you can actually set up. And the lock screens, this is where you can further customize what you want each of these lock screen to do. You can change it according to which application you want to launch. All this can be done right here. Time and language is where you set as what it means right here. Security is good here. So you got key guard security with a security code. You can teach your children so that nobody else can access their device. Parental controls is fantastic. Once you set the password, you can actually lock certain function of the device like camera, internet, and whatnot. So this is where parents might want, if you don't want your child to spend too much time on the device, you can lock it right here. You can block certain functions like internet and whatnot, so they cannot browse the internet. So all this can be done through parental controls. Just to, let's go back there again, show you. Just going to put the password as 1111. And you can set whatever password that you want for this. Once you've done that, you can lock certain features. So key in the password that you did earlier. Once you've done that, lock the browser, lock the camera, and lock device sharing. So you control what you want your child to have access to. And storage tells you which storage you're using. And this is where you can edit your important information, your contacts, whatever SOS message that you that you need help with, and SOS settings right here. All this can be done within this panel. IC information, if you've not set it up earlier, you can still set it up right here. Voice over LTE, and this is an option that is available. Battery optimization is activated. Self-care reminders from time to time. These are things that will probably pop up from time to time so that you get a more healthy experience from your HMD Barbie. Now I will end this video right here, and this is slightly a very different video than my usual one, and the very purpose of this video is to educate children out there how to use their HMD Barbie device, as this video is intended to assist them in setting up and using this device as it's meant to be. So I hope this video has been educational enough. Please share it with your friends, colleagues, your children, in case they want to know how the device is like. And if you want to know some hidden features, do read the Nokia Power User blog. I'll be writing one soon, and I'll share with you some important cool hidden features that you can check on your own HMD Barbie device. So with that said, I hope this video is somewhat informational, and I do hope this phone gets the due recognition that mental health is very important for our children. So this is how we protect them from the start. So I hope to see you in the next one. Do take care and stay safe.